everybody, welcome back, and today I'm going to be doing lesson 120 for Blue Group, which is going to be identifying factors as well as identifying numbers that are prime that are less than 20. Okay, so today I have a problem already set up on the board. So I have 5 times 6 equals 30. And so when we are looking at this problem from another way, we have two factors. We have 5 as a factor, and then we also have 6 as a factor. So I'm going to show you that real quick. So we have factor times factor, because this is our factor and this is our factor. When you're multiplying, the answer that you get is called a product. So I'm going to put a P for product. Okay, so if my two factors that I have, I'm going to change it up, are 3 times 2, what is my product going to be? 6. Good job. So what if my two factors were 4 and 5? What is the product of factors 4 and 5? 20. Good job. So I have that written up on the board, and I switched it around. So I put my factor times factor equals product over here, and then I'm going to start putting our number sentences down here. So what if my factors were 6 and 9? What would the product be if my factors were 6 and 9? They would be 54. Okay, so 6 times 9 gave me a product of 54. And last one. So I have 1, a factor of 1, and then I have 11. So what is 1 times 11? What would that product be? 11. Good job. Okay, so then we have 1 times 11 equals 11. So that's the product, the two factors. Okay, next I'm going to give you the product, and then you are going to tell me the factors that I can multiply to get that product. So my first one is 9. What numbers can I use to get 9? Well, the first one is 1. So I write 1. And then what can I multiply by 1 to get 9? 9. Okay. And then also I have one more that I can multiply to get 9. And what is that? 3. So the factors for the product of 9 are 1, 9, and 3. My next product is 18. What numbers can I multiply together? What factors can I multiply together to get 18? 1 and 18. Yes. Okay. What else can I multiply to get 18? 2 and 9. And then there's one more set. What are the last two factors that I can do to get 18? 6 and 3. So I have, for the factors that go into 18, I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. In your book, you should have a paper that looks like this. So we're going to go through it together and do numbers 1 through 20. Okay, so we're going to start at 1. So for 1, the factors that go into 1 are 1 times 1. For 2, the factors that go into 2 are 2 times 1, or it could be 1 times 2. Doesn't matter which way you write it, it's still the same problem. So for 3, it's going to be 3 times 1 or 1 times 3. Okay, 4. So what factors can I do to get 4? I can have 4 times 1. What are some other factors that'll give me 4 that are not 4 times 1? 2 times 2. Good job. Okay. So I have, for 4, I have 4 times 1, and then at the bottom I have 2 times 2. Okay, what's another, for 5, what can I get for factors of 5? 5 times 1. Is there anything else that goes into 5? No. Okay, so we're going to move on to 6. We know off the bat we can do 6 times 1. Okay, what's another one that we can do that will give us 6? 3 times 2 or 2 times 3. Now we're moving on to 7. What can I get for 7? 7 times 1. Okay, and what about 8? Okay, 8 times 1. What's another one that I can do for 8? 4 times 2 or 2 times 4. Okay, what about 9? 9 times 1. What's another one that I can do for 9? 3 times 3. Okay, what about 10? 10 times 1. What else? 5 times 2. And actually, let's recap. So I have 1 times 1, 2 times 1, 3 times 1, 4 times 1, and 2 times 2, 5 times 1, 6 times 1, and 2 times 3, 6 times 1, 8 times 1, 4 times 2, 9 times 1, 3 times 3, 10 times 1, and then 5 times 2. Okay, now we're going to move on to the second row. So we're going to start out at 11. So factors of 11, go. 11 times 1. Okay, what about 12? 12 times 1. And then what else? 3 times 4 or 4 times 3. Okay, and then 13. We can do 13 times 1. Are there any else? No. Okay, and then 14. So that'd be 14 times 1, and then what else can you do? 7 times 2. Okay, then what about 15? So that'd be 15 times 1, and then 5 times 3. Okay, 16. 16 times 1, and then what else can we do to get 16? 4 times 4. And then what else can we do to get 16? 8 times 2. What about 17? 17 times 1. 18. Okay, so we can do 18 times 1. And then we can also do 9 times 2. And then we can also do 6 times 3. Okay, 19. We can do 19 times 1. And lastly, we're at 20. So we can do 20 times 1, 10 times 2, 5 times 4. Now, at the bottom, we're going to go through and write each of the factors in those big squares at the bottom. So we're going to start at 1. So for 1, we only have a factor of 1. For 2, we have 1 and 2. For 3, we have 1 and 3. What I'm doing is I'm taking the numbers in each of the math problems, each factor, and I'm sliding it down. For 1 times 1, it only counts once. So each number gets counted once. If it's a double, like 3 times 3, it'll get counted once. Okay, so the next one for 4 would be 1, 2, and 2 only gets counted once, and 4. 5 would be 1 and 5. 6 would be 1, 2, 3, and 6. 7 would be 1 and 7. 8 would be 1, 2, 4, and 8. 9 is 1, 3 and 9. 10 is 1, 2, 5 and 10. 11 is 1 and 11. 12 is 1, 3, 4 and 12. 13 is 1 and 13. 14 is 1, 7, we'll put 2 first. 2, 7, and then 14. 15 is 1, 3, 5, 15. 16 is 1, 4, we'll put 2 first. 2, 4, 8, and then 16. 17 is 1 and 17. 18 is 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. 19 is 1 and 19. And lastly, 20 is 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. So I've written down all of my factors for each of the numbers. Now, on the board, I've written some specific numbers out. So if you look on your paper, what do you notice that is similar about 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 17, and 19? Well, if we look on our paper, we notice that 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11, 13, 17, and 19 all only have 2 factors, which is the number, so let's say in this instance 2, so it has 2 and a 1. It has 2 factors, so itself and 1. That means these numbers are prime. They are prime numbers, which means that there are no factors except for itself that go in to these numbers. So they are prime numbers. So 1, yeah, it has 2 factors, but the only thing is 1 is counted once, so it only has 1 factor. All right, that's it for today. We already did the assessment, and so we will pick up tomorrow, and I will see you